Welcome to the Idaho Business Podcast, the only Idaho podcast focused on providing profits for Idaho people. If you love our state and love small business, you are in the right place. We interview local legends, learn business, and have way too much fun doing it. You're listening to the Idaho Business Podcast with your friend, host, and all-around great guy and owner of New Clean Commercial Cleaning, Spencer Ward.
All right, welcome back to the Idaho Business Podcast, everyone. I apologize in advance. I'm a little hoarse today. I'm trying to get over a chest cold, but nevertheless, the podcast will continue. If you can't stand my voice, maybe this will change it a little bit for you. The pitch of the voice, maybe it'll be more soothing for you. Maybe it'll be less annoying for you. Who knows? But let's go at it. All right. We're sponsored by Health West. These guys are remarkable. They're an amazing group of individuals and physicians and doctors, nurses, PAs, even dentists. These guys can help you and your loved ones. Give them a holler. Google them where they're closest to you, and see what they can do for you and your family and your loved ones. All right. So today, sorry, my little note card fell down. Today, I kind of have a big announcement. My partner and I, Jackson Wood and I, we closed our first acquisition. We rolled up another service company called Commercial Cleaning Services in Idaho Falls. And I figured, you know what? It was a cool process to go through. It was definitely a new experience, of course. We're going to go after more this year, continue to roll up and continue to be able to offer and value to as many customers as we possibly can and provide the best services we possibly can. But I figured I'd go over some of the things that we've learned so far as we went through this acquisition, as we did the due diligence, as we even closed it, and now we are entering into the first full week of doing this. So anyways, in this industry, it is notoriously a high turnover industry. So we can get to that here in a minute. Actually, I don't want to go too far ahead of it. But first of all, the acquisition part of it was interesting. Number one, I really believe, I'm coached by a brilliant coach by the name of Carl Allen, and he is huge on building rapport. And honestly, you need to build rapport. You need to build trust with these sellers. And it's not fake trust. You obviously you're meaning what you say and say what you mean. And that's huge. And let your core values shine through, the core values that we've talked about on the show multiple times, of the importance of, being who you are, and living by that, and not just saying one thing and doing another. So as they see that, and they see that you're a man or a woman of your word, that shines through, and they start to think more and more, and they know more and more that they can trust you, and they can trust you with their baby, which they built over many years, and they want to see succeed and to grow under your supervision. And I thought this was huge to point out at the very beginning, because if you come in there and you act like a bigwig, and you think that you're too hot to trot, and you tell them all this kind of stuff that you don't really mean, but you think it's going to impress them, they're going to see through it. Be yourself, be who you need to be, which is yourself, and enjoy the process. You're not going to close every deal. We lucked out. We got this one of our first deals. It was more of a cold call situation, and we just happened to run into these remarkable sellers. So remarkable people, very special people. We'll still be close with as we transition this business, because we think they're wonderful people. And I hope you all can find those type of people that are willing to sell and part with their businesses, because it's huge. And it's nice to have that in your corner for them rooting for you to do well. anyways, so core values, that's a big one. One thing I knew that was going to have to happen, but I just didn't fully realize how much the small stuff, but important stuff had to be done in the background. You forget about, man, the phone numbers, if they're going to keep their phone number, that you need to change the phone number or change the phone systems over to you. Oh, the internet needs to go over to you. The website, you need to change all that stuff and get that over to you. The social media, the emails, the bank accounts, it's so much stuff in the background. Oh, that office now needs a computer and printer and scanner. There's so much stuff in the background. It's for us, we went through this process methodically, and we are making lists of like, okay, these are the things we are doing. So the next time this happens, we have a list of like, okay, 1 through, 50 or more. And now we're trying to put them in order of like, okay, what are the most important things to do first? And a lot of them are like, okay, you got to get them all done before you close, really. So they're all set up when things are rocking and rolling, and it's now your company. Some of you can't wait, to be like, okay, I own the company now. Let's get it all set up. No, you got to get it set up in the meantime, because you want the calls to be coming to you. You want all the stuff to be coming to you, emails coming to you. You don't want to miss important communications. That was a big one. And now, like I said, we're going to try to have that in order and knowing, okay, next time we do this, these are the key things we're going to do. Now, going to that, like, comes into your transition plan of, okay, you've taken on this new company. Either if you own your own company now and this is your first company you're buying, if you're in that situation, great. You still should have some core values established and come into this company with some core values to run. But number one, continue those core values all the way through. These new employees, this new staff, these new leaders and supervisors, they need to see the real you and your team. And it's key, because you are the new one. You're the one that needs to follow through on the stuff that you're talking about. So when you come in with your transition plan, and this is us at the very beginning, you don't want to, there's things you're going to notice right off the bat. You're like, okay, I need to change that real quick so I can be more efficient in this area. But and it's also sometimes a little balancing act, because you're the new one. Obviously, you're the one in charge and stuff like that, but you're still the new one. The staff are they're going to be a little standoffish. What is this new boss? What is this new owner is going to be doing? What changes are they going to make? They're a little hesitant, especially in our industry. With the attrition rate being so high, we want to come in and just quickly change the things that really need to change. Maybe the hiring practices, hiring funnels and small things that right off the bat, so they can see how fast their lives can improve by doing those things. But then maybe the larger things you don't change right off the bat. Maybe you let them just kind of let the company run for a little bit and see how things are running. Like I said, you're the new one. You don't know exactly how this company runs. So let it just take care of itself. See what happens. And then you can kind of get an understanding of like, okay, what needs to change, what doesn't need to change. Maybe you're going to learn that a lot of things that you have going on inside that company are fantastic. And that's what we're establishing right now. I think that's huge. We're not going to meddle a lot this first month, especially this first week. We're going to empower the key employees that we need to empower, even empower all of our general staff. Help them to know that they can make core values-based decisions while they're out in the field. They're our eyes and ears. They're the company as they're out there. So help them, love on them, let them know that, hey, we're here, we got you back, and we're not on a weird firing spree that I think a lot of them feel like, oh, they're going to clean house. Oh, they already have this position. If you already have a company in that same category, I can see a lot of them thinking, oh, are they going to need me? Are they going to need this position? Just ensure them, that we're good, love on them. That's huge. And honestly, guys and gals, the follow through, like we mentioned before, It's huge. And I'm saying all of this because I need this as a reminder for what's to come this month, because I know it's not going to be all rainbows and sunshine. There's going to be it's going to get rough before it gets smooth, but I'm hoping that there's a lot of smoothness that's already in this company because we're buying from such wonderful sellers and they already have a good culture. I'm hoping just to help carry that on and help them to establish, trust within me and, Jackson, our other owner, to know that, hey, we got you. This is, we're here to go to the mat for you. So, do what you say, follow through what you're going to do, what you're going to say, keep your word. That's going to be huge. If they start noticing that, hey, you're not keeping to what the things you're saying you're going to do, what you're telling them you're going to do, what they can count on you to do, core values are going to be slipping quickly and your credibility is going to go out the window. So that's huge. You might be pulling some big hours. And I'm talking to me. I'm pointing to you. All four fingers are definitely pointing back at me. I'm ready to put in the hours to make sure this goes over well. But bringing in that culture is huge, and helping them see, especially if you're bringing in other employees from your current company, if you have one, to help train and cultivate these new employees, make sure they are great ambassadors of your core values and your brand. So they are knowing that, hey, we're just here to love on these people. We're here to show them that what we're all about, what this company is all about, and that we're a trusted company to continue with. So these are the things I've learned so far. This is exciting for us, and I'm hoping, with everything that's going on, with these baby boomers, there's hundreds and hundreds of thousands of baby boomers retiring that own businesses. We're going to be out there. We're going to be buying other businesses, other service-based businesses, not just, janitorial, but we're looking for, HVAC, we're looking for plumbing, we're looking for all that kind of stuff, and looking for good managers to partner with as we go into these type of situations. So this is an interesting time of economic history, where all these companies could be changing hands, or they could be closing down, because 1 out of 11 companies actually sell. And if you're looking for an opportunity, this is a great opportunity to get out there and to find some really good companies like what we just found. There's plenty of them out there that people have made a great living on their whole lives, and now they're thinking, it's time to sell. And some of them need, other options besides just traditional, bank financing options, because sometimes as business owners, you run your finances and you run all your personal stuff through your books. And when you come to your company tax returns, they don't look so hot. And when it comes to getting loans for those type of businesses, banks don't really want to loan for those type of businesses. So what other options are there? Well, there's some other creative financing that you can do. And it's not all, seller financing options. So it's interesting. And Carl Allen, if you're any of you who are out there, and I don't make any money from this, but Carl Allen is a remarkable source to learn more from this kind of stuff. So that, I'm still learning from him. But these things, I hope you guys can, to learn if you guys are involved in a transition right now or acquisition. Hopefully you can learn the things I'm talking about. And you know what? I'm going to even talk about here in the next month or two, even some of the failures that we've established and experienced, because I'm sure there's going to be some. And that's just part of life and part of being a business owner. So, and you just don't worry about that kind of stuff because it's going to happen. So you don't stew on it. But as always, guys, go out there, be happy, be grateful, and find other opportunities to serve others. We're also sponsored by another one of our companies now, Commercial Cleaning Services. Give them a Google. You can find them at commercialcleaningif.com. If you find it, if you especially in Idaho Falls, and they service it from the Idaho Falls area all the way up to Rexburg. If you tell them that you heard about them on the Idaho Business Podcast, we will throw in something extra special for you. So you guys have a fantastic week, and we'll see you later.
Congratulations on spending a couple of minutes getting a little bit smarter, having some fun, and supporting the Idaho business community. If you're feeling the love, make sure to subscribe, rate, and review on iTunes, Stitcher, or wherever you are.